I'm a legend.
I'm a legend. I'm a legend.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bust Lip Podcast. I am Mark Pavelich, my dear friend, and arguably the GOAT in female boxing. WBC, WBA world champion. No, you're not allowed to go yet. Jelena Mrdjenovich. Yes.
Yeah. You know, I think in sports like mine, I hate when they say GOAT, right?
Because it's hard to determine it, right?
It's hard to quantify, right?
Yes.
Like, okay, like, you know, you're talking about men, like, are you going with, you know, current day, old day? Like, I know it's supposed to be greatest of all time, but how do you quantify it? So I
think you're right. You're 100% right.
I hate when people use that term.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe in match, and even in, well, I think it's any sport. Like, take basketball. Like, my GOAT of basketball is Michael Jordan. I grew up watching him. I love him. But now people are trying to argue LeBron and this and that. And you just, like, anyway, the whole term drives me nuts because you're like, okay, GOAT of hockey.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yes, Wayne Gretzky. But I've literally had an argument with Wayne Gretzky about how good Connor is. Yeah. And I was like, well, you know, and you're talking to him and I'm like, respectfully, I disagree. He's arguing about how so much better Connor is than he was.
Yeah, because that's what Wayne Gretzky would do. Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there with Wayne and I'm literally arguing. And I was like, well, you know, the game's changed. Like, I don't know that much about hockey, but you know that the game's changed. Every game is changing. But I'm literally arguing. He's like, you know, he's just so much better than I was. And I was like, Wayne, I'm just going to stop you because I don't want to debate this conversation with you right now.
With the
GOAT. I'm like, respectfully, I'm just going to say. Yeah. So even I think legends of their own, like legend, Wayne Gretzky, they don't view themselves as a GOAT. They probably
would not. In Jordan, if we were talking to Michael Jordan tomorrow, he'd probably say the same thing. Like, he doesn't see himself as like, yeah, it was really good. I did this the way I did it. I made a ton of money, but he's not sitting around thinking this. I think the only one that is sitting around thinking of it is LeBron James. I think he has that in his head. Like, he's like, he really wants to be the GOAT, but you can't. Basketball is a foregone conclusion, but there's some idiot somewhere that's telling you that LeBron's the best. Just like golf, when people talk about Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, it's like, well, there's things that Tiger did better. There's things that Jack did better. And then people even people that are huge Tiger fans now, after the last incident with Tiger, you know, him rolling his vehicle, he has a propensity to do that on a key every 6 months. He's rolling something, taking something. And the crazy part is, that's the debate that'll last forever in sports, whether it be soccer, football, you know, Tom Brady, the greatest in football. Then there's other people that'll tell you it's somebody else. It's just the way it is. And, you know, I know my GOAT. Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, I know my GOATs for all the sports, what I believe, but that doesn't make them true. It doesn't make it true.
And then do you think that the status, and I'm just bringing this up now because there's a match currently happening. But do you think the status of your goatness depends on when you retire? Or does it go beyond your accomplishments?
No. Yeah, you're right about that. That's hey.
Because
that's right.
I know this isn't where we wanted to start, but I kind of
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Because right now you have Novak Djokovic playing in Wimbledon, right? Yeah. And so, I mean, obviously, he's my dad's favorite athlete. So
yeah, he's one of yours too.
I think he's amazing. I think I've loved him since he came into tennis, like, you know, super young, and he made me a fan of tennis.
Yes.
And so and that was personality, his vision on different sports. all of the
Correct.
things. So you could take him, right? He's in Wimbledon. Did he just turn? How old did he just turn?
Let's talk
39?
about let's talk about like long-term dominance, and that's what he's
So
had.
okay,
Yeah.
but so this is him in tennis now, right?
Yeah.
I think he's unbelievable. You put
Yes.
him up with the Federers,
Nadals,
you put him up with everybody.
Yeah.
But because he hasn't retired yet, is he diminishing his goatness? Because he's losing a little bit more.
That's like saying Ali. It's in boxing. It's the same thing, Jay. It's like
Okay.
we take Djokovic in his prime. That's how I look at it, though.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this is where I was going.
Me personally.
Okay, so you take Roy Jones Jr.
yeah.
right?
Okay. Ooh, yeah. There you go. That's right.
So this
Yeah,
is where I was going with this
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Roy
yeah, yeah.
Jones,
Yeah.
unbelievable boxer.
There was
right?
there was that segment of time where it was insane, like with Roy Jones. Like,
because
just that,
because he had a
Yeah.
impressive first step, super like fast
Yeah.
tips, fast twitch, and that was what
Totally.
his boxing style went off of, right?
Yeah.
And then he lost that first step, and then he sort of kind of became average because for
and then he
him,
went up in weight class too. He went up in weight class too, where he shouldn't have never did that. But he went up in weight class, and his power did not translate up there.
no. And on top of moving up in weight class, he got a little older, lost that first step.
That's right.
And that
that's right.
speed
Yeah.
because he gained some weight.
Yeah.
And like he was so phenomenal of an athlete of that, like literally it was awkward style because it was like kind of like came from like he played basketball. He played a pro
Yeah, you
basketball
could tell.
game
You could
and
tell.
boxed the
Yeah, you
same
could tell.
day.
Yeah.
And so when he lost that first step, he kind of became
Yeah.
average because his skills were set to like that level of his competition prior, right?
So do we say that about your career? Because when you were in the gap, you were just like ruthless. Like you were like left hook, good night, face plant, burial. Like you were killing people. So
And I
when you get to it, is it fair to say too though? But we're talking about the same thing with your career,
Okay.
not in a bad way. But you're getting to the point now where you're saying, well, and I know how hard you work. I know how like ridiculously you are in the gym. It's almost comical. People like Tyson Fury saying like how you train with them. Like it's not even normal. Like how you have that in you. Do you think that along the way that's happened to you to a certain degree?
I think, and this is the part about athletes, I think that people just
No. I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question now.
but I'm going there. So this is the thing
I
about
know.
athletes that people just look at the book. They look at what people have written about them. They have no idea what's
That's right.
gone on in their careers,
Correct.
right? And so for me personally, and I've never hit this story, Milan died.
Yeah.
And for me, that was probably the hardest thing as an athlete. And every athlete goes through it. Trainers get older. They pass away. You go through a transition of super.
But he shouldn't have died. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference too, though.
life.
Yeah, correct. But
okay,
he
this
should.
is life. He wasn't
he shouldn't
old.
have-
It was tragic. It was.
But he's not that old. He wasn't that old.
No,
So,
I said he
yeah.
wasn't old. He was
Yeah,
only
yeah.
64. 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, 64. And so
And a bear. Like just a big bear. Like he was just a big bear, and he was literally, like I said, like he really did know his shit.
So going back to your question, like I don't think it was that I don't think it's that I'm old. I think it's that I lost the most important person to me.
Sure.
And then I had to find someone to fill that void, right?
I never used
And
the
that-
term old, just so you can, everybody was watching this
No,
episode today.
no,
I don't want to
no,
hear you
absolutely.
shit talking me. I did not use
No.
that word.
I don't think it's that I've aged and that I've
Yeah,
lost
correct.
that first step and those things. I mean, obviously, your styles transition as you get older.
Yes.
And things happen. I think for me, I lost my best friend. I lost my mentor. I lost my coach. I lost my confidant. I lost everything in one evening. And for me, like, and it's ironic because we talked about this last night, you and I. I went through a phase of depression,
Of course.
anxiety, sadness. There was a huge transition in my life. We were going through COVID,
Yeah.
literally into the thick of COVID.
Yeah. Awful. Yeah.
And so there was a
Awful.
lot of
Yeah.
things, and I went to the deepest, darkest place I think I've been in a long time.
Ever, Jay?
And
Ever?
I think that's also hard to quantify because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean when I was 13 I lost my uncle who was like my best friend, my second
Sure.
dad,
Sure.
all of these things, and but that I was 13. I didn't
You
know how to
clarified it
deal.
yesterday night too. You said it yesterday night too, though. You said because I said to you, was it just sadness? And you said no, it was depression too. So it wasn't just sadness. You did have the depression also, not just sadness.
No, I mean I lost overnight like my business. Well, it didn't happen overnight, but we
Correct.
shut down because of
Yeah.
COVID. My gym shut down. Like I said, I lost all those things in Milan. We were isolated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like it was a challenging time. Back to your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's that
Yeah.
for me that I lost that step. Obviously, age does get to you, but I lost everything. I sat on the couch and I was just in a bad spot, and then I had to find somebody who could complement me in my training the way Milan did, and that was
Do you
a
still hear?
challenge.
Do you still hear his voice
All the time, all the time. I was
Not just
golfing
in the gym,
yesterday.
but just like hear his voice about stuff.
I was golfing yesterday, and
Sure.
he taught me how to golf, and
That's
so
Very good
we're
golfer. Very good golfer.
very unbelievable. And
Yeah.
so every time in my backswing, like I hear him when I'm in the gym, I hear him when I'm going through a challenging time or I do something stupid.
Yeah.
I can hear him so those are things that I had to learn how to deal with and comprehend and do all those things. But after he passed away and trying to find a trainer, like that was
Torture.
tough.
Yeah.
It was super torture. Like I went
Yeah, it
through
was.
a trainer that him and I didn't gel. I don't think he respected me
Sure.
as a female athlete.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that trainer
That's a
didn't
thing.
respect
That's a
female-
thing, though.
But
Yeah.
I'm not saying he didn't respect female athletes because, he's trained some multiple time world champions. I just think for me and him, our languages didn't vibe. We
Yeah.
didn't speak the same language. And
Sure.
that's important. And that's important with any athlete, right? And especially in individual sports. Even more so because it's
Yeah.
you and your man or woman, right? It's you and your coach. And that connection has to be more than just teaching you boxing. It has to be mentorship, it has to be friendship, it has to be trust. And all of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that.
So for me personally, and then for me
Yeah.
personally, I think, and then you kind of go down, and then it's tougher to get fights, it's tougher to get matches, it's tougher to get anything in sports, right? It's all about being at the top and staying at the top, and
Yes.
that fight to get back to the top is even tougher than maybe it was the first time. Because
There's no question, though.
because people have the conversation of, oh, have they just lost it? Are they too old? Are they?
Yeah. They don't know they don't know all the. Yeah.
So the average fan who's
Yeah.
talking shit and these keyboard cowboys that are talking shit about athletes, they don't know the full story of athletes.
No, they
They
don't.
don't know if they lost their, I mean, if who was it? We had someone lost their wife or lost their best
Oh
friend.
my God.
or-
Oh my God, Jay.
So
That's
they don't know all
That's
of these
crazy.
things.
That's crazy. Like this, it's weird. When you just said that, like some of the people we've interviewed, and they like literally, when people like it doesn't make any sense. Like how you can even understand, and people were wondering like, what happened to him? It's like, well, he lost his wife.
And they're so
like
quick to
she was on
judge.
life support or whatever, and the father took her off life support. I mean, it was crazy, and that's your wife, and it's like. People didn't know the in-depthness of your, I don't even think that's a word, but in-depthness of your relationship with Milan. You know what I mean? And it's like, I could understand it because I seen it over so many years, but then when he was gone, you're right. It's like, you know, like that's the thing, because we live in a spot, right? People didn't realize his level of trainer greatness. Do you know what I'm saying? Because people just think, oh, he's just here, he's just right there. You know, he's like,
Canadian.
this is Ed.
He's a
Yeah,
small
yeah, yeah, it's
town,
Canadian. No one understands like what a level of boxing trainer he actually was. He's seen the game differently, right? And that's something that really needs to be, you know, people need to understand. Like it was different.
Yeah. So these things, like, I think when you have these conversations, and this is to all of our viewers who are just judging athletes that are doing their jobs, and forget that they're humans. Like, they go through the everyday shit that you do, that I do, that my mom does,
crazy
my
that
dad
everybody
does.
thinks it's just
And
it's
so
superhero or something,
people
right?
think
It's
they're
not
just like these machines.
correct.
And they have no feelings. They're not supposed to have feelings. They're not
Yeah.
supposed to have all of the other stuff, right? And
Correct.
so I, obviously, because I've been through it and I've had people talk shit left, right, and center about me going through different things in life
Sure.
as I go through my career to try and support myself. And that's the other thing. These athletes that are doing this stuff,
Yeah.
they're just trying to support themselves and do their
Correct.
job,
Live their
and
life.
support
Live
their
their life.
family, and
Yeah.
and never mind support their family. There's also their managers, their promoters, their friends. Like, they're just trying to do their job. So I you know, I guess always my ask to people is like, maybe just use a little bit of kindness when you're judging people. So quick to talk shit about athletes and all of these things, because you
just
don't know
saw
what
it.
happens.
We just saw it with
behind closed
Djokovic.
doors.
We just saw with Djokovic what he said about Serena Williams. Serena Williams
Yeah.
comes back. All of a sudden, everybody's chirping her that she's not playing like Serena Williams. Well, this is Serena Williams now with 2 children. You know, she decided she would like to come back and play tennis. Like, why not come back and play
Go back
tennis?
to the love of her life.
Yeah.
Essentially,
And Djokovic did say it best. He said, "Shame on everybody. This is the GOAT." Okay, he can say that. He can GOAT someone. You know what I mean? Because he's at that level. And he said, "Shame on everybody for criticizing her, because she had the courage. She doesn't have to do anything. She has money to not do anything. She wants to hit a tennis ball because she's been doing it her whole entire life and she loves it. So why wouldn't she want to do
she's missing
it?"
a void in her life, and she thinks
Correct.
she could do it. I thought it was amazing. I
Me
tuned
too.
in to watch her.
Me too.
I watched it.
Yeah, and Djokovic says people are just cracking off, and he said he doesn't understand what the hell's wrong with the world today when you're actually talking shit about the GOAT, because she doesn't play like Serena 10 years ago. Well, no one plays like they did 10 years ago. So literally, you just be grateful that she's doing it. And I agree with that. I do. I don't think anybody should say a word. It's like, oh my God, there's Serena Williams. Let's watch her play. You know what I mean? And it's like, I watched, and it's like it's Serena Williams. It's like if Tom Brady tomorrow said, "I'm picking up a football, I'm going to throw it down the field," we're all going to sit and watch. And we should, and shut our mouths and let them play. And that's to me something I don't understand it. And it's funny because Djokovic has been criticized his whole career one way or another, but he comes to the defense of Serena Williams, who literally just wants to play tennis. She didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to go win Wimbledon." She didn't go say, "I'm going to win," you know, she just wants to come back and play. That's it.
And that's the thing. Again, we don't know what's going on in her life. And she'll never say it because it's none of anybody's business.
Exactly.
Right? She's not a person to make excuses for
she's
whatever's
not.
going on in her play.
No.
Like, I thought it was great. I honestly, I watched, I rooted for her, and underdog status kind of thing, the comeback, all of it was romantic. And if she would have won, people wouldn't have said shit.
I like romantic. It is romantic.
It was romantic.
See, that's what people don't know about sports. They just don't understand that level of like, wow, like can you wrap yourself around the sport of, and like all sports, think about it. You wrap yourself. FIFA's on right now. We're getting up. We're watching the games. We're kind of obsessive-y about it. Everybody's talking about soccer, but here's a news flash, FIFA, and here's a news flash to all soccer fans. The second this is over, we're not watching soccer. I'm telling you, Jay, you be honest. We
I
watch
think the average person, Mark, but I think
Yes,
that some
correct.
people,
Correct.
some people became fans, and this was nice. Like, I mean, North American people
yeah.
we're talking about,
Yeah.
right? Because soccer, football, whatever you want to call it,
Sure.
is not a big thing in Canada and the US.
It's not.
But all around the world, it is a big deal.
Yeah, but do we get to the point now where we saw the VAR with soccer and how ridiculous this is getting, and
That's technology for you in any sport. So
but
this is funny.
It's technology, but when you see the ball moving at that speed, and they say they caught a fiber of the player's head, a fiber, like it didn't touch him, so the human eye can't see it touching his head. Nobody can see it. They said it was like a piece of hair, and that cost my Croatians to play in the next round against Portugal. And listen, if it was happened to Italy, if it happened to England, if it happened to any team, I would have been pissed off because it doesn't make sense. And the problem with that is North Americans can't understand that type of stuff, and they can't understand the diving in soccer, the nonstop, no one touched you, and then we have replay. So we can watch that no one touched you and you fell dramatically to the ground, and you're a guy that makes $20 million a year playing for Bayern Munich, and you fall on the ground, but we can see that no one touched you. And there's something about that where North Americans cannot understand that kind of shit.
So, and this was the thing, because again,
Yeah.
I am a casual fan, right? Like
Yeah.
I've been watching
Yeah.
FIFA.
Yeah.
I've watched matches when I was in Europe, because it was on TV and it was kind of what you did.
Yeah.
And so, no, I've yet to go to a live soccer football match, which I can't.
But
wait
you'll
to go.
you'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so, again, my knowledge is very minimal. That is
Yeah.
what I'm kind of like putting out there. And I think it's funny because my sisters and I and my girlfriends were all talking about like the flopping, and you're like, oh, especially when Canada was playing, right?
Yeah, crazy.
And I was like, well, I think it's because they're trying to get more injury time, extra time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And all of these things. So even if they're not hurt, they might get a couple minutes or a minute added on to the
100%,
time.
Jay.
So then if they
100%.
need that extra time. Again, I don't
Is
know
that
a
cheating
lot
though?
about...
Is that cheating though? But think about cheating because
So you have,
because you
what's
look
the
at
saying? If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
yeah, but the problem is we have instant replay. So the problem is it's so dramatically incorrect that you never got touched. You never got elbow to the face. No one hit you. It was like a flat.
And that's
it's crazy.
any sport. You're just trying to work the system, right?
No. This soccer is very different than the rest of the sports because it's so
Is it though?
dramatic.
Because we see that in basketball too now.
Not to this level, Jay. This is
But we were, and so
insanity.
now they're trying to stop it. So it's like
Yeah.
its own version in any sport.
Can we talk about this though? Can we talk about how Canada, United States, and Mexico aren't that good? Can we talk about that? Because I said it on this podcast earlier, and I want to be crowned for saying it. I told you these guys aren't good. I told you Canada wasn't good at soccer. United States isn't good at soccer, and Mexico is the better of the three in soccer. And you know what the crazy part is? I'm like watching this take place, and I'm like, people are like, oh, look at how great Canada is, and I'm like, listen, man. Are people drunk? How the hell? USA soccer sucks. Canada soccer is borderline like here, and Mexico is one titch above them. And
Okay, Mark,
what happened
you
was
have to start somewhere.
no. Listen, we've been
somewhere.
no. It started a long time ago. It didn't start today. It started a long time ago. And you know what was funny? The ridiculous of the United States with their dog shit attitude that they thought they were better than everybody. And I started laughing. I'm like, these guys are bums, like literally bums. 4-1 yesterday. 4-1 yesterday. You know what a score of 4-1 is, Jay, in soccer? That's like a 10-0 game in hockey. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 42-4 game in the NFL. That's what it is. So I'm translating that for everybody that doesn't watch soccer or football. And literally, when you lose 4-1 to Belgium, you understand you're down here and they're up here. And we've saw it throughout the whole soccer stuff.
Okay.
We saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But
go
how
ahead.
much support has Canada and US had in soccer? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's
made
delusional. It's so delusional. It's so delusional.
But we haven't had as much support. So what? Canada won. They got into the knockout rounds, right?
Yeah.
All the teams did. What do you make when you make? I heard of.
Oh yeah, there's more money to be made and stuff.
They made $11 million. So that goes back into. That's what I read. I don't know if that's fact. But that goes back into the program. So then maybe next World Cup will be a little better because we have an influx of money to be able to support the program.
I think it's
and then
great.
Not only this, Mark.
Yeah.
Not only this. Now we've hosted. North America has hosted a World Cup, and so now the interest in soccer has gone exponentially high. Right?
You think there's going to be kids out there now that go, oh, I want to be the next whatever, but they listen. This
the
is
next
like
Alphonso Davies. Yeah, they absolutely do.
He played a total of 15 minutes in the World Cup.
He's
15
hurt,
minutes,
and nobody.
I understand that. 15 minutes in the World Cup. He's always hurt.
But,
Alphonso Davies is always hurt. Always hurt.
Listen, he's an athlete.
Always hurt. Yeah.
He's an athlete. It happens. You deal with
I'm just saying he's always hurt, though. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying that you can't crown this kid with nothing. He's done nothing.
I'm not crowning him with anything, but what I am saying is he was a kid who lived in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Who made it and has made it, and he's doing unbelievable in his career. Now, where did his love for soccer come from? We live in small town Edmonton.
Correct.
Okay?
Be careful.
With
the city,
I know.
Be careful. Yeah, go ahead.
I love this city.
I know, but I know you're going
up and down.
I get it.
He lives. We're from the same town. Where did his love for soccer come from?
Probably
we don't know
from his heritage. From his heritage,
maybe
where
from his heritage, but
where his
made
family
it
came
from
from.
here. He made it from here. That's the point I'm taking.
Yeah.
Now you have more kids who are exposed to soccer.
Yeah, I think that's
North
great.
America, who now are like, oh, maybe I can make it.
Yeah.
All of these romantic stories about these athletes.
They seem romantic, but listen, I'm telling you, like 98% of kids that grow up in Canada, they want to be the next hockey player. They don't want to be the next soccer player.
But maybe they didn't know about soccer. Like that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like,
like when I grew up as a kid, we wanted to play soccer because of our heritage. So we were like, I did play high level soccer when I was a kid, and I refused to flop. I refused to fake falling down. I was like a bull in a china shop. I would get up. I would never let you think that you hurt me. So even though I was hurt, that was kind of my mentality. That's how I played. I don't understand this. I seen even Croatians doing it, diving all over the place. I'm like, what are you guys doing, man? Don't be like that. That's not what kids want to see. They want to see lions playing soccer. And until you start that's how you can hook Americans and Canadians to be more like get tackled but jump right back up again. You know what I mean? That's what we want to see. We don't want to see fake elbows and fake trips and fake shit.
I don't know much about the technique to say why it happens. I would assume that they're trying to get extra time to play.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I would make
the assumption as an athlete who tries to analyze other sports. That would be my assumption. And again, I don't know. I'm a casual fan. I love watching I love watching all sports.
Yeah, of course.
Especially at the playoff and final version of that sport. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. You're a pseudo fan.
So I think, because I don't.
Yeah, of course.
As a Canadian. Yeah. And travels North America predominantly, we don't get exposed to the sport as much. So this is what I was saying. Yeah. I think it's amazing that everybody has gotten on board with the World Cup and places are packed. And
it shows you how people are, though. It's so easy to do it because if you don't know anything about soccer you look at the divisions that the United States was in and Canada was in, it's a joke. Like in Mexico too. Not tough
I'm not
divisions.
saying you're a hater, but you're kind of a hater.
No, how am I a hater? I'm telling you the truth. But like did I
know
make
it's
this
the
up?
truth, but-
did I?
but-
How are you a hater? That's the difference about people in life. Listen. I'm not even joking right now. You understand? How could I be a hater when I'm explaining you the truth? When I give you the truth, it's not my truth. It's not my truth. Canada was in a ridiculously easy division. They lost to Switzerland in that division. Then they played like easy teams. United States played even easier teams, in my opinion, and Mexico. And I understand they're host countries and they want them to stick around, but don't.
Not only that, they're also spending hundreds of millions of dollars to host these things. So like, it's not cheap to host.
Okay, exactly. So let's talk about that then. Let's talk about, that's why you were all in easy divisions, because you guys were hosting fantastic. But don't be mistaken like they did anything so spectacular that they beat some great team. They didn't beat any good teams. None of them did. None of them did. If United States came out and put it on Belgium, like their soccer career and what Trump was doing to get people to play, it was insane. I was like, is this actually happening in real time? And FIFA like literally lets these things happen. The crazy part about it all, they lost 4-1 to Belgium. Think about that. Translate it to everybody that doesn't know anything about football or /soccer. That's like losing in hockey 10-1. Like that's the magnitude. A 4-1 game in soccer is beyond a blowout. Beyond a blowout. And that's the reality to all the Americans out there that were waving, going, "Oh, we're going to win this thing." You're not going to win the World Cup in my lifetime.
You know what?
You will not. United States will not win the World Cup in my lifetime. They will not.
Well, we'll have another 4 years to figure that out, Mark.
Yeah, they won't. They just won't. It's like, because it won't be.
Listen,
first of all, you won't be in America.
Again,
Next one won't be in America. So now they're going to have to play real teams real fast. They won't even get out the round next time they play. I'm not joking.
I think it's great that people get behind and like get behind their country and try and support them.
Do you remember the last time Canada played Croatia? They scored the first. Alphonso Davies scored the first goal. They were winning 1-0, right? I started laughing.
Right.
I'm like, you understand, like, you're not going to beat Croatia. Canada's not. We ended up winning 4-1 against Canada. And Croatia did. And I thought to myself, this is the reality check that you need in soccer. You have to understand Belgium's not going to win the World Cup, everybody. They're not. And they beat United States 4-1.
Okay, who's your pick to win the World Cup then?
I think crazy. You got France. Norway now has become a force in soccer. I would love to see a team that's never won the World Cup before win the World Cup. So I would love to see Norway win. I'm not saying they're going to win. I want to see a team that's never won before. I don't want to see France win. I don't want to see Spain win. These are all great. Listen, wait a second. These are great soccer plays. These are fantastic. Argentina, fantastic. These are all great soccer teams, right? You won't see me, as you use the term hater, this is you will not see me talk shit about any of those teams, because those are real soccer teams, because this is a different football. This is a different level that we're playing at than North American teams think. When America was pounding on their chest and being all arrogant and stuff, I started laughing. I'm like, don't worry, your reality check is coming, and it's called Belgium. And
hold on.
waxed.
Were they being arrogant? Were they being arrogant or passionate?
No, they're just being Americans. They were just being Americans. You're right, Jay. They're just being, as you know.
Or were they just being
as
passionate?
You know, passionate my ass. They're American, and they act like that, and they want to flex at a sport that they're not even in. They're not even in grade school for that level of soccer that they're playing. And it was exposed by Belgium just yesterday. So
okay, so
again,
wait,
I'm not an expert.
So
I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing out that soccer.
We're fans. I'm just an average.
Yeah, it's crazy
fan.
that people think you can like catch up so fast. You know, we all suffered. We all suffered watching our teams played over the years. That's what Americans and Canadians have to understand. You have to suffer in soccer before you can graduate to those teams, because those teams suffered.
Like being an Oilers fan right now.
Same thing,
We've been
Jay.
suffering.
You got to suffer. So when you do win the Stanley Cup finally, you can celebrate. Like, that's why people celebrate like
Knicks.
absolute lunacy. Yeah.
Knicks It happens in every sport, and we want to go
Jay,
behind
best
and be
example ever.
romantic about it.
Yes, the Knicks. You're right.
It's a
like
story,
totally.
but that's why
Yeah.
we're fans for
Yeah.
these moments, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
I mean, I know that Canada's not great at soccer, but
Yes.
every time they play, if they play in World Cups again,
Yeah.
I will be a fan, even though
Of
our
course.
team isn't great.
Of course.
Because guess what? We stick through thick and thin, and
Yes.
we try and go through it.
Yes.
So that
People
is
give me
it.
shit
But
all the time. People, I
That's
don't
the
care. I'm at
beauty
the
of
golf course.
sports, though.
Listen, I'm at the golf course. People are chirping me saying, "Oh, Mark, I can't believe you don't like Canada." I'm like, "Don't like Canada." Wait, let's rewind 1 second here, everybody. I am one of the greatest flag wavers in the history of Canadians for Canada, for the city of Edmonton, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about football. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
going.
can have your team, you can have
Correct.
whatever.
Yeah,
And you
I'm
want
not.
that
I'm talking
romantic
about nothing.
story.
Correct, but there will be no romantic story. Not in my lifetime. Hopefully, in
Well,
my
I know.
Hopefully, in my
You know what?
grandchildren. I have two now. I have two.
Congratulations, by
Yes,
the way.
I have two grandchildren. Literally
Little baby
genetic
girl.
masterpieces. They're spectacular. So beautiful. And I mean, I know every grandfather says, "Oh, they're beautiful." You know, no, mine are like, wow. It's a
They
wow.
are pretty adorable.
They're so good
They are
looking,
pretty adorable.
I am head over heels, and
Yeah, so congrats to Dave and
Thank-
Amber for
yes,
new
yes.
baby girl.
for bringing more grandchildren to us. And if
There
you would
you
have
go.
told me 2-3 years ago that I would embrace it to this level, I would have laughed. I'm not laughing.
I actually, hold on. I
Yeah.
actually did.
Yeah, you
I
did.
said,
yeah.
oh. I said,
Yeah.
oh, just wait. Because
Yeah,
I
just wait.
actually think
You did.
I think
You did.
because you were looking at me. I was telling you a story about my nieces and nephews.
I remember. Yeah.
And you're like, you shook your head and you kind of laughed at me, and I was like, whatever. I'm super anti. And you laughed at
You
me. And I was
are.
like, oh. I said, oh, just wait, Mark. Just wait. You're gonna be
Yeah.
sitting the same way I am,
Oh,
but
it's
even
so bad.
more.
It's
So,
so bad.
yeah.
It's so
Anyway,
bad.
that's
It's so bad,
amazing.
so good. Meaning that it's like, wow, like how you can fall in love in such a way that you're just like, oh my God. Like, you know what's funny?
different.
I met my granddaughter the other day for the first time, and tears are going down my eyes, and I'm like, you're just so good. You're just so beautiful, you know? And then the funny part is my grandson woke up, and I couldn't.
Was he mad?
No. But
Okay.
I right away went back to him because I was like, oh my God, like you're my guy. You know, you're my guy. And it's
And
like,
we've had this conversation too,
Yeah.
that it's like the baby is like 4 days old or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
She's a blob right now. Like she's
Yeah.
not exciting for
birthday,
you.
July 4th. Can you imagine that? July 4th is her birthday.
That's the same as BB's birthday.
That's right. But BB's American, right? So it's different. Because when you get to this,
yeah.
when you're Canadian, we don't care about that. It's like you're just July 4th.
yeah.
But in America, that's like, holy shit. You're like, that's the
Party.
same day. Yeah, it's huge.
July 4th, yeah. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
big happy
congrats.
birthday
That's-
to BB because he was special, man. He's
He's a legend. I like him.
love BB. BB Hudson, everybody was on the Busted Lip podcast recently. You can go to our YouTube channel at Busted Lip Podcast because it minorly blew up. so
I
yeah.
think, and it was funny because as like every guest we've had on here,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we could talk for hours, and I was like,
Sure.
But the difference is I know BB, so I'm like, dude, we didn't even get into half the story.
I know.
Like,
That's the thing. Yeah, you're right because it happens lots on the show. The crazy part is it's summer. This is summertime. This is summer series, you
Yeah.
know, and so we'll have guests on, you know, every week, second week, third, you know, like throughout the summer.
it's tough. Everybody's life is happening right now, and it's
Yeah,
insane.
and they're not really paying attention right now. So a lot of sports people that are in the sports world right now are golfing, fishing,
They're doing their sports.
vacationing, training. You know, there's all these things, but we will gut it out throughout the whole summer. There's no question. And like I said, it's you know, just some of the great guests that we've had on this show. It's like and you said, like you said, BB is not your typical household guy, but then all of a sudden you watch the interview with him and you're like, oh, I just want to hang out with him. You know what I mean? It's
I often
yeah.
do, and I'm trying to get down to LA just to hang out and train.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I could see it.
yeah.
I could totally see it.
Yeah.
And listen, how he came in and he did the interview in his garage smoking a cigar. I was like,
That's his
oh my
man
God.
cave, by the way.
I'm like, oh my God, this is the best. Like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was smoking a cigar, and he's like, oh my God, it was so good, so good.
Yeah. So yeah, I love baby. Yeah. Baby. So it's been like, it was funny because you and I were
Yeah.
talking, and we're like, oh well, not much going on. I'm like, actually, everything's been going on. You had a grandbaby.
Yes.
Everybody's been dove, and this is the part where I said to you, Mark, like
Yeah.
everybody dove headfirst into the World Cup. Like, and I
Yes,
love
yeah.
it. I am here for it as a fan. I love, my favorite part of the World Cup is watching the stories that happen with the fans, watching
Yeah.
the stories that happen,
Yeah.
all of it. Like, that's been, and some of the matches have been great.
Don't forget
Like-
my two friends asked each other to marry each other.
And you had an engagement.
Yeah,
So there's
and
been
you know
a
what's-
lot.
Jay, and I know people in my world, they gonna say crazy stuff about it, but you know what's crazy about it? When I was there watching it live, it's love is love,
Yeah.
man.
Love
Like,
is love.
you can't,
So
you
it's-
can't bullshit that.
yeah.
You can't bullshit
Yeah,
that. I
so-
watched it live. I watched it live.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. Like in the summer, people want to enjoy their life. They get back to sports here and there.
That's right.
So it's been great.
September's the ramp up, and then like October it starts. NFL
it's
football,
tough.
NHL,
Yeah.
NBA, all starts.
And it's tough because everybody who has kids, their kids are on summer vacation, which is
That's right.
It's a thing. Like it's a lot. Oh,
Of
Mark,
course.
you wait. You're going to be watching the babies all summer. Like
Yeah,
I
it's-
get
you know-
calls more from my sister to be like, "Can Auntie come over and play?" So you'll get that, and life is busy in the summer, so
I'm
we
okay with
appreciate
that.
everybody who comes and listens, and still tuning in and
Yes,
supporting
yes,
us.
of course.
Like, that we super appreciate. So
Yeah, it is. It's great. And like I said, we're going to have huge guests coming up. We know that, and we're planning for that. And it's amazing that we're over 16,000 subscribers right now. And since Jelena joined the podcast, we do have a vision of where we were going to go with the podcast, and it's going in that direction. And literally, like, it's 16, 17,000. And then we were talking about, it'd be nice to have 25,000 by the end of, but now we're like, maybe 50,000.
Mark, we can't share all of our
I know.
goals with people
Yeah,
because
that's true, but listen, you know what?
likes to work in the back.
But
and
you know
just
what the
show
difference
people.
is, Jay? I put it out there sometimes in real time so that I can put my brain
Manifesting.
to do it.
Manifesting.
So
So that's a big no.
Yeah,
No,
people use
it's
that
because
term.
called,
Yeah,
is
I
it
call it
just
something
that
else.
people- what do you call it?
It's just a belief thing. It's a belief thing
Okay.
of people use that word too easily, the M word, and I'm not a big fan of it for the sole purpose of everybody's using it now. I have a belief system in myself, in us, in the podcast, in a lot of things in life.
But is
right?
it manifesting belief as well?
Yeah, it is, but mine comes from a different source, right? So I look at it differently. Sure, people can use that terminology. I do not, very rarely. I'm looking at it as of a belief. I have such a strong belief in my DNA that I believe in certain things. Like I play match play golf at my golf course, and I played two teams. The two teams I played they're much better golfers than I am, and we beat both of them. And that's not a manifest thing. That's a belief thing. And I use that belief thing. That belief thing has propelled me to where I am today. What do I got? I got a very limited education. I don't. How did I get here? This was all belief, right? This wasn't manifest.
Is it belief or is it stubbornness? Or is it all of the above?
Jay, there you go.
So-
That's part of it. That's part of it. You have to be, as you know, as the 8-time world boxing champion, you have to be stubborn to get to you. That's wow. That's a.
And isn't it
100%.
funny how everybody's words and mindset are different? Like this
Yeah.
is just life, right?
That's
like so
interesting that you said that. Stubborn. It is a stubbornness. Yes.
it's a stubbornness. It's
Yes.
It's putting it in the universe, manifesting, however, whatever
Yeah.
phrase
Correct.
you want to put it out there
Yes.
that's a lot of athletes. Like, it's almost like you have, not you, me,
Yeah.
but I'm
Sure.
saying,
Sure.
it's almost like you have this like ADHD, and I don't like saying that because I actually think that it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think ADHD is a bad thing on certain
Yeah.
levels. Like,
Yeah.
but you have this obsession, and you're obsessed, but you also have the ADHD where you're like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to do that, you got to do that, but you have this obsession of, and again, not you, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
athletes and successful
Yeah.
people, they have this obsession, this relentless obsession,
Yeah, yeah. Obsession.
passion, stubbornness, all of those
Fanaticism,
things.
obsession, these words you're using, like these like words that you hear everyone that's been on our show at a super high level like yourself has said. They all use
Yeah.
that term. Like, you
An
have
obsession.
to. If you don't have it, people go passion. I'm like, no, it's not passion.
So-
it's obsession. You have to be
It's
obsessed.
obsession.
Yeah,
And it's
it
funny
is.
because you talk to like
It is.
these sports psych people and
Sure.
all of therapists, whatever, and
Yeah.
they try and put a little finesse on the word, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like they're just finessing the basic, like,
Which you already know.
manifesting.
Yes.
So you're saying, oh, I hate using that word. Well, that word, manifesting, I've heard 3 or 4 sports psych people say that. Well, you have to manifest it.
Yeah, yeah,
Wasn't
yeah,
it what is it? The Book of Secrets or The Secret?
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't that book all about manifesting?
Manifesting, yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, everybody, you have a different version of manifesting,
Correct.
right? You're
Correct.
calling
Before
it
everybody
belief.
started using that terminology, I just thought of it as belief. I believed in myself because I
it's
had
the
no
same
choice.
thing.
Yeah,
But it's
I had
the
no
same
choice.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just a different word that somebody
Yeah.
finessed belief into and used the word manifesting because people
Yeah.
don't
Maybe it's
want
a
to use the
trendier
word
thing or whatever, and they thought, okay, yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, you use whatever you want.
All
I
I'm
guess.
saying is we're all thinking the same thing. It's just
Can
we
I-
have
can I-
an
can I
obsession
talk about your
about
dope?
the belief.
Can I talk about, for the hardcores that watch this podcast, about the dope shirt you're wearing today on the show? with like, seriously,
I had
man.
to throw it old
Listen, like
school.
old school Philly Allen
Hold on, let me
Iverson
move this
shirt.
out of the way
This
for a
is
second.
so dope. This is so dope. Look, guys, listen, honest to God. Look at this. Okay, go back a little bit, Jay, so I can see the Iverson name. Wait, see the
Knock
Iverson.
everything down.
Okay, don't knock shit
anymore.
down. Okay, perfect. We see it. The Iverson shirt, Philly shirt, it is so dope. Like, Allen
I had
Iverson,
to
you're
keep
coming
it
on the
old
show.
school today.
Allen Iverson's coming on this show. One day or another. Jay's rocking the Allen Iverson. Oh my
It's
God,
so old
Philly
school.
shirt.
I like
It is so dope.
Listen, it's finally summer in Edmonton. Finally.
Yeah, no
Like,
sleeve. You're
I like-
rocking no sleeves. You're rocking no.
Listen,
You're going sleeveless. You got the hat on back. You
27
got the.
degrees. It's 27
gee.
degrees today. I've told
Yeah,
you
yeah.
this before. I don't have air conditioning in my apartment. It's an older apartment. I have a unit in the thing, so it's hot. And so I was going through my closet, and I was like, oh, I didn't forget about this jersey, but I save it. Usually I should have wore this during the NBA playoffs, and I think I did once, but
No,
you know,
no. I would have
kick it old
remembered.
school.
No, this is so old school. Little Iverson crossover, baby. This is so fantastic. This is like, I need, like, that shirt is so dope. And when I saw it today, I'm like, holy shit, you're bringing it like on a.
You were like, oh, you got a little different b-boy style today. I was like, no,
You do.
We're going, we're kicking old school. It's hot out. I got a jersey on.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it's fun. I have so much fun doing these with you sometimes, like these little throw rounds that we do, and we do them sporadically, summertime, and we do them like every 6-7 weeks, and it's fun. It's like, I really enjoy it.
I do too.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about my guy, and this is what we'll probably end on. 'Cause
Sure.
We're running out of time again.
You're allowed to.
My guy, Djokovic, is
Yeah.
playing right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, I would like the romantic story
Of
him
course.
winning Wimbledon.
There you go. There you go. That's the whole purpose
Okay.
of the. Yeah.
So this is where we're talking about fans picking their country. Like, he's playing a Canadian as we speak. When we air, it'll
Sure.
be done. But
Yeah.
and so am I conflicted as should I cheer for Canada? Because I don't know.
No, but you're not.
I know this
You're
guy
not really conflicted, though. You're not
No,
really.
because I'm cheering
Yeah.
for Djokovic, and if
Yes,
he
of
is
course.
going to win a tournament, it is going to be Wimbledon. And we spoke about this and why. Because it's on the grass, the
grass,
play
little
is
slower.
shorter,
Yeah, a
the
little
game is
shorter.
shorter. It takes more skill to play on
Way
grass.
more on grass. Yeah, I agree.
So, and again,
Grass and clay.
I'm an average tennis fan, so I don't know all the technical things.
Sure.
But I am a fan of the man. I'm a fan of the sport because of Djokovic, and he's literally playing right now. So when you see my eyes dart to the corner, I'm like, it's same as you. You have both games. You have the
I do.
match on
I have the
and
luxury. I have the luxury of having the soccer game on and the tennis on at the same time, and on TV this way, that way, and there.
So I want to say, Novak, I love you, and I can't wait to see you win.
I think after today and all the great guests we've had on, I can see Allen Iverson being a guest. I can definitely see Djokovic being a guest on this podcast. And, because you'll be happy and then your dad will be happy. And then there's not, it's very hard right now not to say that he is the GOAT in tennis. You know what I mean? Between him and Federer, you can flip a coin and decide whatever you want to decide. But statistically right now, it's probably him. And that's what I do love about sports. Statistically, you cannot, that's where the denying does with the Jordans, with the Jack Nicklauses, with the Djokovic's, with those people, with Serena Williams, with all these people, Wayne Gretzky, you can't deny the statistics. When you brought up the Roy Jones, thing, it made sense because if you look at Ali in this frame here, he's the greatest of all time. But then you see when he was older and he stayed in the sport and he had bad fights against Spinks and things like that. You go and Larry Holmes and it's like he should have never been fighting. Someone should have stopped him. But between that time, Roy Jones theory.
Someone should have stopped him, right?
Yes.
That is a thing that any athlete, has to agree on their own terms.
Own terms. I understand that.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we're going to end up talking for like 2 hours, but I'll
yeah, you're right. They do. They have to do it on their own terms.
You're talking about stats, but then games change. So
yeah, that's right.
Hockey games, there's so many more goals. Basketball games, the points, the game is played
But don't forget,
faster,
Wayne Gretzky season when he had over 200 points. 200 will never be broken, ever, in hockey, ever. That's the one that no one will get anymore. That's the cutoff. The cutoff is there. Just like Jack Nicklaus's record for most major wins. Tiger was the only one prior to the car accident. Tiger would have been the only one to get there. Now you have a storybook, Hall of Fame season, Hall of Fame career when you have like 5 or 6 majors. You know what I mean? That's a big deal in golf. And it's the same thing with boxing. You have, there could be GOAT talk about different divisions and stuff because there's so many great boxers over the years that you could have said, oh, in this division, he was the GOAT. And then this was the GOAT overall. And this is, you look at Mike. Okay. You even look at Mike Tyson. I'm going to argue even for boxing. Okay.
Yeah. So back in the day, there wasn't as much money or production or networks doing all this. So you didn't see as many unified or undisputed world champions.
And you were pre-social media. Yeah.
But it's the fact that these promoters didn't want to lose their world champions. So they didn't want to make these fights undisputed.
Yes.
And it was one of the things in boxing was like the biggest downfall of boxing is nobody wants their O to go, right?
Yeah. Floyd Mayweather did that.
And all of these people were afraid to lose their world titles, so they weren't best matchups. But then you throw in Turkey al-Sheikh with the big money, and they're like, let's go, let's do it. And it's the best thing to happen to boxing. So
do you think it's the best? Do you think it's the best thing? Well,
for these big fights happening, I
Yeah,
can,
but I don't.
can tell you. I can tell you for a fact. I can tell you for a fact. We never would have seen an undisputed heavyweight world championship fight if it wasn't.
But we also. It's also in a country that is absolute disgrace.
Mark, we're not going to get into that. We could talk for hours on that alone. But
you're right.
But there again, it's like
you imagine Jelena stopping me. Jelena stopping me. You imagine that? How many times I had to?
Because it has to start.
I don't want to talk about it
somewhere.
either. I don't want to talk about it.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm saying, were we excited where it was? Hell no. Did I enjoy going all over there and then everybody not being able to watch it because the time different, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it was goofy.
Like, listen, but it had to start somewhere.
Yes.
And it's like everything in sports.
Sure.
It's like FIFA World Cup in North America.
Yeah.
It has to start somewhere.
On that note, I'm leaving. I'm going to give you the last note. Listen, everybody, we want to thank our beautiful advertisers at Crystal Glass Canada, your clear choice for all your glass needs. Go to crystalglass.ca today, and don't forget Gems for Gems, dealing with domestic violence, and their website is gemsforgems.com. And listen, everybody, tune in every Tuesday on the Busted Lip podcast. Look at she's still percolating over there.
I'm laughing
She's still,
because I'm laughing. You know what I absolutely enjoy debating with
you're
you,
percolating.
Mark. We don't
but you're percolating. I like when you percolate.
Always see eye to eye.
No,
a lot of the things.
But you're the kinder side. You're the kinder side of the podcast. There's no question. No question. You're the kinder side.
The bell hasn't rung yet, so don't worry.
Not yet. Well, not yet, everybody. And don't forget, I'm Mark Pavelich, and the lovely Jelena Mrdjenovich. Tune in every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Mountain, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on the Busted Lip podcast, where anything can probably happen. We'll see you next week, everybody.